let's bring up Australia's experience, let's bring up Australia's trophy cabinet, and that will perhaps tell us why they didn't sort of panic. There's a golfer on the PGA Tour, was a former FedEx Cup champion called Patrick Cantlay. Golfing fans called him Patty Ice. I think we can call Pat Cummins Patty Ice as well.
Yeah, he's done.
Because he did it with Maxwell in Mumbai as well. Calm, he was calm.
Yeah.
When Starks started to perhaps go, he went to him and said, no, hang on, we can get it in singles. And that was the game. They had 11 to win with 48 balls. It was 11 scoring shots. And you always knew that unless they lost it like Steven Smith did, they would ultimately get there.
Yeah.
But that pressure situation, that gets to you. That perhaps you feel glory. You want to see that your photo in the morning's papers hitting that winning six.
Go for the glory.
Go for the glory, and then it's bye-bye.
That's right. So, you know, there's a lot of distractions, a lot of thoughts that come into your head. That more than anywhere else, you need to keep a clear head. This is what we're going to do. This, unless it's a really bad ball, they're going to get the odd wide as well, which they did. Clear head and follow your strategy. The only way South Africa were going to win it is if they take 10 wickets. Why give them a chance to take 10 wickets? Already there was a few of the Australians were guilty of giving their wickets. Again, I know it's not an easy game. You know, the easiest game for us is watching from here, but really I'm sure there are one or two of those boys who'll be sitting back thinking, thank goodness these guys won the game for us, because I just could have made a greater contribution and made the win a lot easier.
We'll talk about that in detail. Let's look at this. 5 World Cups, 2 Champions Trophies, 2021 T20 World Champions, and the reigning World Test Champions. Okay, if I remember correctly, the last time they won the World Cup in 15 at home at the MCG against New Zealand, there were 5 members of that squad who started today. And Cummins didn't start that day, so there were 6 who are still around. And 10 members in this Australian squad started in that T20 World Cup. They played in that T20 World Cup, which they won. And many of them were in this Test Championship as well. It comes down to that. When you're a champion team who know how to win, when you know how to win, you somehow get over the line. We saw that also in that game against Afghanistan, where everyone had sort of given up.
Yeah,
but they believed. And you need to have the belief to be able to play shots like that. Unfortunately, Maxwell played a nothing shot today, and you were very upset. But that's the Maxwell.
That's right. You take with the good with the bad, don't you? You know. But he did lift his head and took his eye off it. But yeah, with all those players who have had history in these sorts of games, it helps, because there's lots of, apart from the cricketing aspect, you know, when you're actually there batting and bowling, you know, you're making your decisions and that's it. But there's a lot of other stuff that, you know, if you've been there before, you know what to expect. You know, national anthems and all these added interviews, all these things just...
The surround sound.
Yeah, look, it all creates an opportunity for you to forget about what you're really there for. You know, there's obligations, media obligations, there's more of those sort of things. You know, I saw Aaron Finch interview 3 of these Australian guys around a pool. Bloody, I mean, honestly, you know, it's just another way of distracting sort of thing and giving away a little secret or two if they weren't careful. But yeah, so the more these guys have played in these previous big matches, you know, it helps to, you know, just treat it like another game.